Hello, my name is Philip Inchinali, and I will be your instructor for this Juniper Network Certified Associate JNCIA training course. This course will aid you in your exam preparation for the JN0-102 exam. In this session, we will focus on basic user account creation, which is on the current Juniper JNCIA JN0-102 exam objectives. Specifically, we will touch on setting the root user password, creating our own user and setting a password. Also, as a miscellaneous topic, we will look at login message, also known as login banner. On the Juniper website, under Training, Certification, Resources, JNCIA-JUNOS, is the JNCIA JUNOS Exam Objectives page. If we scroll the page a bit, under the JUNOS Configuration Basics section, we can see User Accounts. Setting the root password. On most Junos router or switch, the root password is blank when you console into the device if it's a device right out of the box or if someone has factory defaulted a device with a blank config. If we see the word amnesiac, it usually means one of the two. Step 2, there's a login prompt. We're going to enter the username root in step 3, and we're going to be entered into the shell mode in step 4. From the shell mode, we need to go into the operational mode. In step 5, we're going to enter the command CLI. Step 6 indicates we're in operational mode. To set the root user password, we need to go into the configure mode. In step 7, we can either enter the command configure or edit. In step 8, the command is set system root authentication plain text password. The system will ask us to enter the password twice. When we're finished entering the password, we will enter commit and quit. This will save the changes that we've just made, and it will take us back into operational mode. Let us now go on a live device and see how this works. So as you can see, it asks for a password, but I didn't enter anything. Then I tried root again, and it didn't ask for any password because I haven't set any password as yet. So I'm in shell mode. I'm going to go into operational mode by issuing the command CLI. I'm now in operational mode. So for me to change or set the root user password, I need to go into configure mode. So I can either enter the command configure or edit. Now I'm in configure mode. So I'm going to set the root user password by issuing the command set system root authentication plain text password. It's going to ask me for the password. So I had to enter the password twice. Now I want to save my changes. So for me to save the changes, I'm going to issue the command commit and quit. So I'm going to exit out of operational mode. I'm back into shell mode. I'm going to log out. Now I'm back at the login screen. Now let us test if the password works. This time it keeps asking for the password. So let me try the password this time. So as you can see, I had to enter the password in order to get access into the device. Let's go back to the slide. Creating our own user account. It's a good idea to have a user account on a Junos router switch. Steps for creating a user account are: we're going to log in as root. We're going to go to operational mode, also known as the CLI mode, by issuing the command CLI. We're then going to go to configure mode, also known as edit mode, by issuing either the command configure or edit. And we're going to issue the command set system login user, followed by the username, followed by the word class, followed by super user, followed by authentication, followed by plain text password. The system will then ask us to enter the password twice. Once we finish entering the password, we want to save our changes. So we're going to issue the command commit and quit. Let us now go and take a look at this on the live system. So I'm already logged in as root user. So I'm going to go to operational mode. Then I'm going to go to the configure mode. Also, I could enter the command edit to go to the configure mode. So I use the edit and I'm also in the configure mode. So I'm going to go to set system login user, the name of the user. I'm going to use my name, followed by the class. I'm going to use super user, followed by the authentication. I'm going to use plain text password. It's going to ask me for the password twice, so I'm going to enter it now. Now I want to save my changes, so I'm going to issue the command commit and quit. I'm going to exit out of operational mode and back into shell mode. I'm going to log out of shell mode. Now I'm going to try logging in as the user we've just created. It's going to ask me for my password. As you can see, I've logged in successfully with the new user that I've just created. Login message anyone? We will set a simple login message, which is also known as a login banner by other vendors. The steps for setting a login message are: log in as a user that have privilege to make changes to the system. We will use the user that we created and go into configure, which is also known as edit mode. We're going to issue the username as Philip. We'll then issue the password. This will take us into operational mode in step 1C. I will then issue the command configure, which will take us into the configure mode. To set the login message, we're going to issue the command set system login message followed by the message. We're then going to save our changes by issuing the command commit and quit. This will then take us out to operational mode. We will then exit out of operational mode, which will take us to the login prompt, with our message being displayed at the login prompt. Let us now go and take a look at this on a live system. So I'm going to issue the username as Philip. I will enter my password. Now I'm in operational mode. I will issue the command configure. This will take me into the configure mode, also known as the edit mode. To set the login message, I'm going to issue the command set system login message. So it'll ask me to type the message. So I'm going to enter a simple login message here. I will then save my changes by issuing the command commit and quit. This will take me back to operational mode. I will exit out of operational mode. And now I'm back at the login prompt. And we can see our message is there at the login screen. Let's go back to the slide. In this session, we touched on user account creation, which is on the JNCIA JN0-102 exam objectives. And as a bonus, we looked at login message, also known as login banner, by other vendors. In the next session, we will put our focus on user login classes. Also, we will explore and navigate various CLI modes, which are the shell mode, the operational mode, and the configure, also known as the edit mode, and the common usages of each mode. I hope this session has been informative. Should you require any clarification, please feel free to comment. Warm regards, Philip in Shinali.